Uh, what I'm doing today is I had heard nothing but the medicine that I was supposed to get from the VA for my leg. All it amounted to was something equivalent to Neosporin, which I had to buy from the VA, from the store, because it didn't come in the mail. Something to wrap my legs, and it's raining now, and I got my little $900 phone out in the rain. But I would rather get out the house because just being out in the house and stuff, I'm kind of getting a little angry and a little having sort of like cabin fever. But it's gonna be a beautiful day because I can see that it's partly cloudy and different things. And I told you I wanted to take pictures of sunrises and sunsets or whatever's happening today. You know, I see another car that I would love to have, and like I said, that my brother he gave me a '87 Nissan 300 Turbo coupe. Now the newer versions is that red car that's sitting in front of me next to that Monte Carlo is the newer version of their car, and I forgot about them. You know, everybody says every time they get into something, they say, oh, it looks just like a baby Corvette. Or when they were getting the what was it? It started out with the GT Opel, and people asked what it looked like. Oh, it looks just like a little baby Corvette. Or the 300 Chrysler 300. That was the biggest the biggest thing. Well, what does a Chrysler 300 look like? Oh, it looks like a baby Bentley. Look, it only looks like a baby. It only looks like a baby Bentley when you by yourself, not parked next to a Bentley. It only looks like a baby Corvette when you're not parked by a Corvette. But that 300 is so fast that the Corvette that I had, the anniversary edition, and I feel good walking. Tell you the truth, it's good for my leg and it's good for my attitude. But I'm walking all the way to the VA. So it only looks like what you said it favors if you're not pulled up next to the light saying so. So, but that car right there, the uh, the 300, I don't know the whole number title to it, but I know it's a Nissan 300. It's a really fast car. Some of them have twin turbos, just like the Toyota Supra twin turbos, and they some kick-ass cars. And so when I have something like that, I don't have to say it looks like such and such. It's in a category of its own. But that used to get me when they say, yeah, it looks just like a baby Bentley or whatever. And I gotta say, I used to say the same thing. But that was a car that I didn't appreciate, and my brother got it from the auction for me. It wasn't even running. Somebody took the the timing belt off on purpose so nobody wouldn't bid on it. There was nothing wrong with that car, because if the timing belt broke, they have zero clearance between the valves. It would have been every valve on that head. So they took the belt off. I get there at the shop. I'm still pulling motors for nothing, smoking bags of crack. And my brother bought me a timing belt, which was less than $25. So I take it on my own to put the timing belt on, line the marks up, start the car. That fucker didn't even smoke, from not running for a while. You get the valve stem seals. Probably it'll smoke until it warms up, if at all. It didn't smoke. It ran smooth, just humming. And I didn't appreciate it. I got that timing belt on. I got a little arrogant with him. I didn't want to pull motors. I didn't want to stay in the garage all night in the kerosene field shop, 40 below sometimes. So I was demanding I can go get me a bag before I start working on the cars. I should have stayed my ass at the shop. So what I do, I go and I go to this place called a Horseshoe. I hope I see them damn dope dealers today. And they say something, I'm gonna beat the shit out there. I go to the Horseshoe, and my man, it had to be a $30,000 car when it was first built, and it was valuable then as it was now. All the Fast and Furious shows that you see, one of them has that car in it. So it's a day like any other day for a drug addict. I go flying my ass up to the damn dope spot. I pushed past the guy that I knew as the one that always sell me dope. He said, "Man, ain't nothing happening. Man, ain't nothing happening." I ain't hearing him. I'm like, ain't nothing happening with you. I'm saying this to myself. You can't say that to dope deal. Not in Chicago. I pushed past him, go to an undercover cop, which I didn't know was an undercover cop at that time. He said, "Man, what you want?" I said, "Man, give me 320s. He gave me 320s, all right. He gave me 320s or some shit looked like chalk. And I didn't want them. Right away, I knew it wasn't no crack. But not right away, I didn't know he was an undercover police. So I'm pissed off. I got to go back to the shop, probably work all day, and at the end of the day, hope something else come in where I can get me a bag and go home in shame. So I do that. By the time I got a block away, it was 3 or 4 Crown Victorias pulled me over and said, "Where's the dope at?" And so I said, "Man, I don't know what dope." And one of the guys was the guy that I bought it from, so it was no disputing that I didn't buy it from him. There go my car. There go me going to jail. Now, it wasn't a big inconvenience. They took my car. They had an outside desk outside where you admit your guilt. You had a court date. Any car that gets towed in a drug seizure, it is $500 for police involvement and I don't know how much it was a day. It was too much for me to get out. What happens? Honest Mexican guy bought my car, and one day I'm still going to the dope spot, but I'm walking now. I seen it in his backyard, and all I could say is that man got a good car. $30,000 car probably cost you then. It was like the prices of a Corvette back then, because Corvettes back then, 87, they were like ZR1 Corvettes or whatever initial it was. I sometimes get confused. And there was out of your price range, $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 for that car. So the closest thing that you could come to it was something like that. And I lost a good car because I didn't appreciate it. And common sense didn't tell me that I was buying stuff from an undercover police. Now, I guess I'm going to have different videos as I walk all the way to the VA, because I don't feel like breaking the law today on the light rail. Some days, I only do stuff when it is absolutely necessary to me. Like if I'm hungry, I'll go to the store and maybe, steal a pack of cheese or something, only from my own stupidity, but I don't do it every day. But those same stores I spent thousands and thousands of dollars in, being service connected, with my service connected income. But everybody does something sometimes that's not legal, whether they admit it or not. But today I don't feel like breaking the law. I just want to go up here and ask her why I have to walk back up here, or why I have to come up here, period, to ask her why my medicine hadn't got to my mailbox. So this is one of my videos, and I'm pretty sure I can think of something else in my long walk to the VA today. Thank you.